Hello, my friends. So my name is Aaliyah Hagan, and I am the owner of Aaliyah's Roots Remedies. So I'm here to talk to you today about the differences between CBD and Copaiba. So I wanted to just start this conversation out with saying that both are valuable tools and they both have their positions in our life for a plant-powered life. But I'm going to be going into a little bit of differences here. So I'm going to be looking at my notes, so that's why I'm kind of looking down. So I'm going to be starting off by talking about the endocannabinoid system. And let me back up here a second. I wanted to do a video on this because in the month of October of 2019, if you order 200 PV, which is roughly $200 of doTERRA oils or products, then you get 3 free things. So you get Copaiba soft gels, which is basically like 4 drops of Copaiba and a little soft gel, the Copaiba oil, and a yellow mandarin oil. If you're watching this after October ends, I'm sorry, but I'm sure there's going to be more promotion soon. But Copaiba has tons of benefits, which we're going to be going into today. So I'm going to be going over what the endocannabinoid system is. That is a mouthful. The differences between Copaiba and CBD, and different uses of Copaiba that you can integrate. Okay, so let's start off with the endocannabinoid system. So it is basically a system of receptors, enzymes, and molecules in our body, and it really helps the body normalize protective responses and establish homeostasis. So there's two main types of receptors, CB1, which is predominantly in the central nervous system, and this is responsible for more of the psychoactive effects that you get from marijuana. So CB2 receptors are predominantly for the immune system, liver, digestion, kidneys, lungs, heart. So CB2 receptors can have a lot of benefits for these different systems. And so they support healthy inflammatory response, brain health, musculoskeletal health, cardiovascular health, and digestion. So let me start off with talking about Copaiba. So doTERRA's Copaiba is a blend of 4 different species of Copaiba, which makes it more diverse and therefore more effective. So it's comprised actually 45 to 80% of, this is a big word, beta caryophyllene. So I'm going to be referencing that as BC because that's just easier to say. So BC has a variety of different uses and benefits. So in summary, which I'm going to kind of dive deeper into throughout this video, in summary, Copaiba has a better and more consistent purity, which therefore means it's safer. It has a more complete chemistry. It has direct receptor activation, variety of uses, and it is extremely cost effective, especially when comparing it to CBD. So this is really important because I know a lot of us are balling on a budget, right? And so it's great to save money wherever we can, especially with plant medicine. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about the more consistent purity. So with CBD, the Journal of American Medical Association figured out that that 69% of CBD is mislabeled. That's pretty crazy. They found that CBD can harm the liver, and the lack of legality leads to unsafe products. So we don't really know what we're getting. Same goes for essential oils, but check out my video about what makes doTERRA different, and you're going to get a better picture of why we can actually trust doTERRA as a company. And then with Copaiba, BC is very tolerable, it's safe, and it's non-toxic. And with doTERRA, we know there are regulations. So second bullet point is Copaiba essential oils is extremely cost effective. So to give you an idea, 1 bottle of Copaiba is $35 wholesale. You get 250 servings in this bottle. So that comes out to about 14 cents per drop. And they found that 1 to 3 drops is really sufficient to activate the endocannabinoid system in multiple different outcomes. CBD, I was just doing some research, anywhere from $70 to over $100 per bottle. So that ends up being about $2.30 per serving. So comparing comparing $2.30 versus 14 cents, not really a comparison, right? And so it's really awesome to be able to utilize more effective plants, right? And so the third thing is complete chemistry. And so Copaiba is way more complex, having about 100 different compounds that it is made up of, whereas CBD has 32 different compounds. So the complexity is actually really important when looking at plants and how they affect our bodies. So next we're going to be talking about direct receptor activation. So if you like science, you might like this video, and if you don't, well, you're just going to have to suffer through it. So for Copaiba, there are different pathways. So Copaiba and beta-caryophyllene work on multiple different pathways, genes, and receptors outside of the endocannabinoid system as well. In the endocannabinoid system, BC directly binds to CB2 receptors, which lead to rapid cell changes. So some of these changes are as follows: cellular health, healthy inflammatory response, organ function, body comfort, memory function, lipid regulation, cell antioxidant defenses, cellular longevity, female reproductive function, and basically all body functions. So this is really amazing. With CBD, it has indirect activity within the endocannabinoid system, which leads to limitations. There's no direct binding to CB receptors, which means it has slower cell effects. And it's also poorly absorbed orally. It's about 6% absorption rate, whereas the essential oil is basically directly absorbed into the bloodstream, which is pretty cool. And next is going to be the variety of different uses. So the route of administration really matters for the different effects. So meaning that essential oils in this case are much more effective because we can use them 3 different ways: orally, topically, and aromatically. So it's really important to be able to get these plant compounds kind of all around us and inside of us, and not just one or the other. So with Copaiba, there's amazing topical benefits. So it's great for skin, helps restore stressed skin, and it helps improve absorption and efficacy of other lipophilic molecules, aka other essential oils. Has really amazing benefits orally, so you can use it for oil pulling, add it to your toothbrush, mouthwash, things like that. You can diffuse it to help calm. You can add it directly under your tongue. You can also use it in water or a veggie cup, and it actually helps to heal the digestive lining or the digestive tube, which I know a lot of people are really struggling with. Whereas CBD, you can just use it orally. So basically the summary that was done by Dr. Tim Lee at Roseman University of Health Sciences. So Copaiba increases the neuronal increasing the neuronal signaling activities, induces short-term and reversible responses. It directly interacts with neuroreceptors, has an anti-inflammatory response, and it has microglial cells and lymphocytes that interacts with those. Whereas CBD, the same study, they found that it has decreased neuronal signaling activities, which just means the nerves. It induces long-term adaptive responses, and it has indirect interaction with neuroreceptors. So that was the summary done at Roseman University. So next, just really quickly, I want to go into the couple different ways to use Copaiba, which I kind of alluded to. The first thing, probably the easiest thing, is just to get a couple drops under your tongue. So you're just going to go like this. There you go. And I actually really like the taste. It's really mild, so it's nice. So you can kind of immediately feel that in your brain. I feel immediately calmer. And so that's one way to use it. Again, you can put it in a veggie cap. You can add it to any moisturizer that you have. You can add it to oil pulling, stuff for oral hygiene, first aid sprays and serums, different things like that. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview. I know it's a little science heavy today, but I think it's important information. So if you have any questions, please let me know.